Hi everyone. I just wanted to come on and vibe quickly, as all of my podcast episodes seem to be. I just got back from brunch with my family, and yeah, I'm just in a very positive mood. The sun's come out, and yeah, it's just a vibe. So I thought I'd quickly come on and talk to you because talking on Instagram is great, but you kind of can't talk for prolonged, like, prolonged time because no one really has the time to click through that many stories. So I thought I'd just come on here, make a little podcast app, and you can listen to it when it suits you. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about kind of like some of the terminology I've been using recently, and what it actually is I do as a coach, because I feel like I've just merged a lot of people from my other Instagram account, because I kind of use one Instagram for YouTube, one Instagram for my coaching business. So I've kind of merged a lot of the following, and a lot of people will probably be new to the coaching industry. So I thought this would be just a really helpful episode to kind of like, sorry, hiccup, to kind of like get to grips with the terminology being used and like what all of this really means. Because I think a lot of people's experience of the coaching industry that they perceive, which isn't actually the coaching industry, by the way, is MLMs, like pyramid schemes, those kind of things where you buy a product or a lot of product from someone that also sells the product in order to sell it yourself to guarantee you make £300 to £1,000 a week or a month, or those kind of ridiculous schemes where you have to buy all of the thing in bulk, with your own money, and then sell it on to get your money back, kind of thing. That to me is what an MLM is, and these people earn commission through more people selling underneath them, and you can never like directly talk to anyone. You can only talk to your supervisor or like your line person. You're like it goes through like a line, doesn't it? Those things just, they're money sucking schemes, and they really target people that already have poor financial situations. And I know a lot of people that have been burned from them, and yeah, they really get on my nerves. Sorry, my phone's going off, let me put it on silent. The coaching industry is not like that. There's probably elements, not that I've ever seen them, because the people I engage with in the coaching industry are very wholesome, loving, kind humans. So I never really encounter anyone that isn't of those vibes or has any bad intentions. There are probably people like that out there, but I've never encountered them. So yeah, let me just go through, before I even say anything about me being a coach, let me go through and say a couple of pieces of terminology just to get to grips with, so when I speak about them, you kind of already know what it is I'm talking about if you've never encountered these kind of words before. So first one, probably container. So you might see me say a lot like, yeah, this container is open for this, or I'm going to open this container, or that kind of thing. So a container is honestly just a space for the product. So my products and services are coaching. So I provide online services, some that you can access forever, some that you can only access once. But yeah, I provide online services exclusively. And the space that I provide these services in are called containers. That is all that word means. Another word, alignment. So alignment is honestly just, in the most basic form, matching up. So do your thoughts match up with your values? Do your values match up with your actions? Do your intentions match up with your actions? That kind of thing. Does your energy for the day match up with your to-do list? That is what alignment means. So if you're an aligned person and you are very deeply congruent, another word that I'll explain in a second, if you're a super aligned person, you will very much not feel the regular resistance and struggles to things that other people might feel because they're not aligned. So if one of your values is your health, like one of your top values in life is your health, and your actions align with that. So you move your body regularly, you go to Pilates, you go to the gym, you go swimming, you go for walks regularly, you'll be very much aligned with that. You will feel little resistance to getting out and moving your body because you're aligned with your intention and your value and your actions. That's what that means. Okay, so then congruency. So you can either be congruent or incongruent with your actions. Congruent means much the same as aligned. You have the intention, you show up and you act in a way that matches up with what you believe in. So use the same example of health, and you regularly move your body, you're being congruent with what you believe in your core. If you're incongruent, you're someone that says they value health, but they never walk, they never move their body, they don't dance, they don't go to the gym, they don't even walk from the furthest end of the car park to the door of the shopping to the door of the shopping centre, that kind of thing. You're someone that says that they value something but do everything to undermine that value. So you value eating well, but you order fucking Uber Eats and Deliveroo for 2 meals out of the day, and you eat Mackies 7 days a week. Like, you're then incongruent from your beliefs and your values to your actions and maybe your intentions too. That's what congruency means. So you're incongruent with your actions, or you're congruent with your actions and your beliefs, that kind of thing. What's another word we use regularly? Oh, Voxer. I think Voxer is one that most people probably won't have heard of. So Voxer is a voice messaging app. You literally just download it. That is what Voxer is. It's, I'm pretty sure, encrypted end to end. I can't confirm that because I can't remember what it said. But it's very much just like WhatsApp, like any kind of voice messaging on any app you can use. It's pretty much that. But they are, I think you can put them for timers, so you can set them so they expire, or you can set them so you can always keep them. And depending on the kind of container you're in, you might be able to keep them for life. You might only be able to listen to them as they're live. You might only be able to listen to them for a 72-hour period and then they expire. So depending on the type of Voxer container you're in, that can be, super different. What else is there? Anyway, if I think of more, I'll explain them as I go. So let me actually take a quick break, get some water, and then we'll go into what I do as a coach. Okay, does this just tack on? Okay, yeah, it does. I'm using Audacity because I tried using Anchor and it just wasn't working, so we switched over. But, okay, back to it. So, as a coach, mentor, business owner, brand owner, all that kind of ties into one. So, I create all of my own content. Obviously, you have to take influence from things you learn from other people. So I learn a lot of trauma healing work. I learn a lot of mindset work. I learn a lot of emotional intelligence, emotional stamina, alignment, embodiment, like learning how to run my own business, run my own brand, market my own things, learning how to sell, learning how to influence people so that I can provide the services I know would benefit them. So a lot of the time I think people feel icky with this kind of thing because they don't actually know what it is that they're buying into until they buy into it. So when you think of a coach, a mentor, that kind of thing, a lot of people automatically think, why isn't it free? And I kind of riffed a lot of this onto the transaction equals transformation podcast episode. So like, if you want to get into that, listen to that episode. But essentially, there are all the free resources in the world online available to us now. There has never been more free content, free courses, free teachings for us to learn exactly what we need in order to do the things we need to do. there is an unlimited amount of free resources. Now, the second question, why do you not use them? And that's the thing a lot of people don't make the next step to. It's more, oh, if you say you're helping people, why don't you do it for free? And it's because people don't listen if it's free. And that's the harsh reality of it. I thought the same thing when, like, I was learning about this world and stuff like years ago. Because I've been in this world since I was like 17, because I was drawn to it because I needed it at that time in my life. And since, I have needed this kind of work to make me a better human, to make me just all round improved, basically, and to help me get through a lot of trauma, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. This has been where I've turned to heal all that, so I can progress with my life and not be bogged down by all the negative trauma aspects that I've endured. Anyway, not talking about that. But yeah, there is all the free content in the world online, but we never look for it, we never do it, and we never follow through with it because it's free. There's no like, there's nothing to keep you going back, there's nothing to keep you accountable, there's nothing to keep you with skin in the game. So oftentimes people, even if they find the free content, they'll just find it and that'll be it. They won't ever actually do anything with it. And I know that for myself because I've done it many times. Anyway, if you want to listen to more about that, listen to the transaction equals transformation, whichever way around the title is. Listen to that one. But yeah, so I do charge for my services because otherwise people don't show up, they don't hold themselves accountable, and they don't follow through. So what is the point in providing them the service if they're never going to use it and if they're never actually going to change their lives? That is why we charge. Yeah, so that was just another question people feel kind of icky on. Why do you charge? That's why. So then the next question people usually ask is, what am I actually going to learn? And that really depends on the type of container you buy into, the type of course that you feel you need, and what the coach is providing. So some people, and a lot of people to be honest, specialise in specific things. So you can get business coaches and mentors, you can get people that work specifically on mindset, which is me right now. I work specifically and exclusively on mindset. I'm still learning on trauma healing, so I wouldn't offer anything product wise until I feel like I've got to a place with my own healing and with learning about it to the point where I can safely teach on it. Because something I think people don't think about often is when they first learn something, they just want to tell the world. But if you don't learn the right ways to do that, you can end up re-traumatizing people, triggering people even more, creating new sets of traumas. So yeah, that's something I want to avoid. So until I feel secure in my own teachings on that, that's not something I offer yet. But people do offer different kinds of healing work, different types of coaching, different types of mentorship. Some people exclusively deal in that kind of products and services. Some people dabble in a few types because they are heavily specialised in all of them. If they've been doing it for like 10, 15 years, some people have all of these aspects into their business. For me, right now, I'm a mindset coach. So over the last sort of 5 years, probably going into 6 now that it's going to be the new year soon, which is so scary, I have exclusively worked on healing my mindset, helping other people around me, family, friends, also work on their mindset. And it's just something I wanted to make into a business. I'm so passionate about it. And I really want to help other people get to the sort of levels of safety and expansion and drive that I feel. Yeah, so that's essentially what I am as a coach. I'm a mindset coach. I'm talking a bit quick because I've realised I've kind of left this a bit late in the day. I have to get ready for work soon. So yeah, what's another question I wanted to cover on this? Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit more to the newest container I've got. So the cleanup is a container I'm launching in early December. It is a container all about congruency, which we explained earlier, and it is heavily focused on cleaning up the leaky areas in your life. So spaces in your life where you know your values are not aligning, are not matching up with your expectations for yourself, your other beliefs, and your actions. So there's something called an intention behavior gap, where the intentions you have a severe or a non-severe gap between your intention and the behavior you enact daily, weekly, monthly. And that's something we'll dive into in the course as well. I think a lot of people really struggle with keeping things clean in their lives. And I don't necessarily mean physically clean. Like, yes, sometimes that does actually mean picking up a sponge and scrubbing down your life. Like, actually physically scrubbing down the physical surfaces, your kitchen, your bathroom, that kind of thing. Sometimes that does actually mean that. But for the majority of people, actually, I wouldn't say that. For some people, because I feel like everyone kind of hates cleaning. At least I do anyway. Yeah, for some people, that's the actual physical part of their life that they need to keep on top of in order to have a clearer mind, a healthier life. And for some people, that means gossiping less. That means cleaning up your diet. That means getting clean with your energy that you bring to yourself, to the people around you. If you're always someone regarded as the negative Nancy, that means cleaning up your energy, turning around your moods, learning how to stop that deregulation which gets you into those spaces of negativity, depressive moods, and that kind of thing. So yeah, that is essentially the bare bones of what is going to be in the cleanup. And I don't want to speak to it too much right now because we're kind of getting on to 20 minutes. So I just want to wrap it up here a little bit. And I hope just these few definitions, a few highlights of what certain words mean and what there's like where the difference kind of is in what a coach is and what it is I do. I hope I've been clear in this. If I haven't, I'll probably create even another episode expanding on what I'm talking about. But for now, I just want to leave it here and say I am very excited for what is to come in this business. And although I don't have a big client pool right now, I know I will, because I know what this means to me and how hard I work on things that mean a lot to me. So yeah, I'm just really excited for you to be in my world, in this space. And if for right now all you need is absorbing all the free content, getting to know the coaching industry, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're doing it, because I know all there is to come for you, and it's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. And yeah, you're just going to have the best time unpacking all of the unconscious shit that you carry around with you every day that you don't even realise is blocking you from your excellence. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this episode. I will speak to you probably in the next episode or on my Instagram. Yeah, I'm so happy you are here. Okay, I'm stopping babbling now. I'll actually say bye. Okay, bye.